yes, welcome back to another episode, the third installment of Underrated Cars in the Crew 2. What's going on, boys? My name is Sid. Head down there, subscribe with notifications on. It'd be very much appreciated, and honestly, just check out one of my other videos after this one. It'll be in your recommended, and, you know, subscribe if you like them. Check out one of my other videos, the most I can ask for. But today, we're going to be going in for the third time talking about the best cars in, well, not even the best, no, sorry, the most underrated cars in the Crew 2. Cars that go overlooked. Cars that people don't really think about too much, you know, and there's a big issue with that. Cars that people don't consider enough. And first on that list here today is the creator's Tempesta. Now, here's the thing, right? Last episode of Underrated Cars, I talked about the Proto Lucky one, which technically was an honorable mention because you couldn't actually get that car anymore, which was unfortunate. But this time around, you still have 4 weeks to get this car. So hop on. The main reason that this is an underrated car is because it's free. It's a free hypercar. There's no point in not getting it, right? It handles pretty good. If you don't own a hypercar already, it would be pretty cool to have this one as your first one. All you have to do is just gain some followers. You gain followers, you get the tiers in the motor pass, and then you get this car. It just makes sense that to get a free hypercar, right? Nothing stopping you. Head over and grab the creator's Tempesta. And as a car on its own, it's pretty cool. Obviously, it doesn't have a lot of customization, which sucks. All we get is that spoiler at the back. Bro, I was gonna say Battle Pass. I was gonna say Battle Pass. Okay, yes, chat. I did almost say Battle Pass. Okay, my bad. My bad. And, you know, if you missed the Proto Lucky one, this time around, it's absolutely free. You can buy it with bucks. Not only... Wait, no, you don't even have to buy it with bucks. It's completely free. All you have to do is do the challenges, right? That's literally all you have to do. So, head over and grab the creator's Tempesta, the first on episode 3 of Underrated Cars. And the second car on the list is this thing, because every single time on the Underrated Cars videos, I also give a decent street option. Last time, it was the Grand Sport. The time before that, it was the Aston Martin Vanquish. This time around, it's the Lamborghini Diablo. This thing goes incredibly overlooked because if you didn't know, this thing is actually, well, it's in the top 10 street cars. Like, it's one of the best street cars in the game. But people don't really realize, because it's a Lamborghini Diablo, you know? It's not really sticking out too much. I've got it customized like this because, well, this was the bundle that was in store on the week that I hit 200 subscribers. My first big milestone when I came back to my channel back in 2020. So I keep this thing like this all the time. The Bad Santa bundle is what it was called. But yeah, this thing is actually genuinely a really good option for streets. So if you're playing PvP, you know, you could easily win using this thing. You could easily do decent times in this thing. It's not the best, again, like the Grand Sport. It's obviously not the best, but it's definitely one of the better cars in streets. So if you want an option that isn't the Countach, right? If you don't want to have to just use the Countach in every single race, you can use a different classic Lamborghini. Oh my god, I'm realizing this is basically just another classic Lamborghini. Huh. Oh well, at least it's good, right? And the wide body's pretty cool, I think. There you go, there's your one token decent street car of this episode of Underrated Cars. And third on the list is an interesting one, because this one is only underrated now. If you took us back to the very start of the Crew 2, this would be nowhere near an underrated car because this was the best car in the spec. It was the best rally raid vehicle for a very long time. One of the first overpowered cars in the game. The first group of Wait, did they... Wait. What's going on here? Wait. What just happened? Am I crazy? What happened to this race? That's not how this race works. Wait, what? What? Wait. But then... How? That's not how this race... Where did... I'm so confused. Wait, where am... Oh! I'm at Eagle Ford! They dropped a racetrack right in the middle of this. Okay. They changed. No, I'm not wrong. There you go. I wasn't going insane. They changed this race because they dropped a racetrack in the middle of it. I thought I was going insane for a minute. I thought I was going absolutely crazy. I'm not going crazy. They just put a racetrack right in the middle of this race. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. They never said anything. Am I crazy? Oh my god, and now we're at the normal bit of the race. Oh my god, what even? Like, I feel like, what? I don't even, what? Oh, right, underrated cars. That's the video I'm in the middle of. Oh, damn. So, this thing, it was the best rally raid car in the spec. Yeah, the absolute best right at the beginning of the game. But slowly but surely, it ended up not being, right? We got what now? It's the Enforcer Raptor. The Peugeot was pretty good at one point. You got the Hummer HX concept. And through all that time, people have sort of forgotten about the 959 rally raid. Not only is it the only Porsche in the spec, not only is it the only spec where Porsche and Rough are in the same spec, but it's also just kind of a cool looking rally raid car. You know, there's a bunch of them in real life. The stock version in real life, not that cool. This version, actually pretty cool. It's a pretty classic Porsche. And I just like the look of it. I don't know. You can see the livery I've got on right now. Don't smoke. Smoking's cringe. But yeah, the livery looks oh my gosh. The amount of rocks I'm hitting. The livery looks pretty cool, and it's still a pretty okay rally raid car to use. So yeah, if you want another option in rally raids that isn't, well, let's be honest. If you want the best car, go with the F-150, the Enforcer unit, that is. But how did I manage that? Why did I spawn here? This race has gone terribly. This segment has gone terribly. But there you go, that incredibly scuffed segment, discovering that an entire race has been changed because they dropped a racetrack in the middle of it. Let's go on to the final car of this episode. And the final car on the list is the McLaren Senna. Now, hear me out. Sid, this is a car. You made a bunch of videos on it. How can it be underrated? Here's the thing. We got the Bugatti Chiron 300 Plus recently. And although that is still the best hypercar in every factor, right, even on these kind of races, if you want a hypercar that, well, this is the best handling hypercar still, technically speaking. Although the Chiron 300 Plus has the best top speed now, it's the best round turns and turny tracks, the easiest and best to handle car round turny tracks is the McLaren Senna. I say that as I just crashed into a rock. But yeah, the Chiron 300 Plus can be unreliable. It does the Bugatti thing where you could be going around a turn and then you're turning right, and then when you stop turning right, the game goes, oh, you wanted to turn hard left. What do you mean? Well, this car is actually, well, genuinely the most stable, the simplest to handle, the fastest round turn hypercar in the spec. And I feel like that goes a bit unnoticed nowadays. Because like I said, if we have like a summit car, a summit event where it's a street race or a touring race or anything that is really handling focused, you'll see the Senna on the leaderboards. Instead of in basically every other race where you see, well, you see the, what's it called? The 300 Plus. Obviously, I don't think it's as expensive as the 300 Plus, but I might be wrong about that. So if you want a car a bit quicker than the 300 Plus, not only that, I think it's a really good looking car. That might just be me. I'm not sure about the front. The front of the car, pretty bad. The back of the car, one of my favorite cars to just drive around in. I think it is such a nice looking car from the back. Unironically, I really like this thing from the back. From the front, it's kind of whatever though. And obviously wide body it if you want it to handle a little bit better. And there we go. That is the end of the underrated cars video. Check out any of these cars and comment down below what cars you think are underrated in the Crew 2, and maybe I'll feature them on episode 4 of underrated cars. But for now, that's the end of that video. Thank you to popular members. A special thank you to famous members, and an insane thank you to star members Tim the Fat Man, Downable the Manimal, and TK Troller. And I'm going to just end that there, boys.